What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of the Morning Edge. Dead Prez Picks, joined by Ben at We Beat the Spread. We have our three best bets today. Ben just has one on the slate, but we are going to throw in a little parlay with these together. So, Ben, kick us off with your first play.
Yeah, so I think a lot of people are going to look at this game today and be like, why on earth would I bet on this? And I wouldn't blame you as a fan, but as a bettor, I think there's a really good spot here on the Pirates against the Reds. I like the Pirates to cover just the first five money line. I don't like this one once it gets to the bullpens, but I do like the pitching matchup here with Connor Overton and JT Brubaker. The Reds are 2-15 on the road. And when you look at their first five, they're actually the worst MLB team on the road on the first five. They're 3-13-1 in that category. And these two actually just faced off back on May 7th, and the Reds actually won 9-2. But A, the Reds were at home, and B, it was only 2-1 after the first five. So, both of them actually kept it pretty good in the first five at least. So Overton only had two starts this year. So I think that his ERA is being a little skewed here. He only has the 2.5 ERA, but that's only over two starts. And I just think that, with Brubaker being at home, he pitched a lot better at home last year. So I think that he can kind of lock in here against the team he just faced versus Overton, who actually had a 9 ERA on the road last year compared to his home. Okay, sorry. My dog is scratching at the door. And it kept distracting me.
You're fine.
All right.
What is he said?
Dude, I heard my dog the first time, and I was like, oh my gosh. And then it kept on distracting me, and I was like, okay, I got to stop this.
No worries at all. We'll just wait till it gets to 2 minutes so I can tell them that we'll start it at 2.
Stop scratching on the door. I let her in, so it should be good now. God, I lost my train of thought like 5 times, and I was trying to just, I was like, whatever. All right.
No, it happens. All right. You good?
Yeah.
All right. What are you, 2:15? What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of the Morning Edge. Deb Prez Picks, joined by I was gonna call you JT. Say it now.
You do it. He's here in spirit.
All right.
2:45.
2:35. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of the Morning Edge. Deb Prez Picks, joined by Ben at We Beat the Spread. We have our three best bets for you guys tonight. Show's been red hot this week. We're going to look to run back a little sweep. So, Ben, kick us off with your first bet of the day.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. My first play of the day, well, actually, my only play today is going to be over in the Pirates game. They're playing the Reds. I think a lot of people are going to look at this one. They're going to be like, why on earth would you bet on this? I don't blame you. But I do think there's a good spot on the Pirates' first five money line today. I don't like this one once it gets to the bullpens, but I do like the first half here with the pitching matchup. These guys actually just met back on May 7th, and the Reds did win 9-2, but it was only 2-1 after 5 innings, and then the bullpen blew it up. And now it's the same pitching matchup, but at home for the Pirates, where they have actually played a lot better this year. The Reds have played much worse on the road. They're 2-15 on the road. And when you look at the first five, they're 3-13-1. That's actually the worst in the MLB. So it's kind of a fade on the Reds here. And Overton has only had 2 starts. So his low 2.5 ERA looks pretty good, but he hasn't had very many starts this far. And I really like Brubaker at home because he's had, a few starts where he's looked kind of bad, but at home, he's always a lot better. Last year, he had like a 3.3 ERA at home and much worse on the road. So, and, conversely, Overton, he had a 9 ERA on the road last year and 0 at home. So kind of a fade here on the Reds going on the road. And the Pirates actually just won their series against the Dodgers. So I think that gives them some good momentum coming into this one against a banged up Reds team who's still without Jonathan India, Joey Votto, Nick Senzel. So this is a good spot, I think, to take the Pirates in the first 5.
And I love it. I'm going to go to the Diamond guys. This is the early game. We got the Mets money line here at -150. I think they're a little underpriced here. Have this one closer to 200. So going to take advantage of this line. You got Tyshawn Walker versus Joan. I do not know how you pronounce that last name. Adon, I believe. But all I know is he has an ERA of 7, and he is 1-5. So far 6 games. He's been getting lit up. This Mets team, we know that they could swing it. Coming off a loss yesterday, I think they bounced back today. Got to give Walker a pretty significant advantage here. A lot of people forget he was an all-star a year ago, right? So, I mean, he can obviously hold down this Nationals lineup. That's pretty benign. So, I'm going to go with the Mets here. on the early slate. And then tonight I'm going to go to the ice for it's been a great series, Lightning and Leafs, but I'm going to take the Lightning. There's a really interesting stat out there on Vasilevsky. He is now 16-0 in his career off a playoff loss. 5 of those games being via the shutout. I mean, he's about as lights out as you can get after a loss. This team in general bounces back really well from losing. I mean, they've won back-to-back cups. Obviously, their season's on the line tonight. I think the series goes 7. I won't be surprised if they come back and win the series. Obviously, Toronto's been tough to beat at home this year, and they're in a great spot to advance. But, this is the former or 2-time defending Stanley Cup team for a reason. They have a lot of guys on this team who, they've played in these big games, are ready to go. But, I mean, the Vasilevsky sat there. It's unfadable for me. 16-0, that is just an unbelievable record. As you guys know, he's one of the best in the business and a big part of why they've won back-to-back cups. So give me Tampa Bay there on the money line at minus 130. So we also threw a little parlay. What was it, 460?
430 if you parlay all 3 of these plays.
All right, 430. So, yeah, if you guys want to throw in a little parlay, make sure to do that. No show tomorrow, guys, but we will be back on Saturday and Sunday. So I hope everybody has a great Thursday. Ben, thank you so much for joining.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.